Hi, I'm Mich Atagana and welcome to On the Road. Today we are in Khayelitsha talking to Silulo about their ICT training centers. A lot of people are building tech companies in Africa. You guys are starting from the ground up. So you say there's a lot of potential for technology, but actually not everyone is ready for that tech when your job is to prepare them.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming down to Khayelitsha and see exactly what we do. What we do, it's like we train the basics end user for a guy who never touched computers. Those who have touched it before, but probably not much more confident enough to go and find the job. So we start with the basics, where from the typing, intro to computers, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, internet, email, social media. So these are kind of a basic that will probably enable a student from us to go and find employment, or to study further, or start his own business. If you look at the student that can go out, chances are they will find employment in retail centers, they find employment in call centers, find employment in data capturers. But the huge impact and where the tech kind of is needed is more, we produce technicians, programmers, software developers, and people that are able to code, where the difference will be kind of a huge difference. So we already have A+, N+, graphic design, office admin that we're offering. Now we're moving to add more next year, the software development as part of the course that we have.
How did you go about starting a business like this? What went through your mind in thinking, okay, I'm going to start training people to use computers?
I used to be a teacher, teaching in Khayelitsha, and then I was teaching accounting and business economics. By that time, as a country, we're in the transition in the sense that we need to introduce a new curriculum. So there was a time of outcome-based education. So it requires teachers to use computers as part of the tool. So when I resigned, I started selling computers in the boot of a car, selling to different schools. Okay. So it was difficult then, in the sense that there was much more obstacles, challenges, for funding, for people to take me serious, others saying that I'm mad. But then I was focusing on selling these refurbished on teachers, but never realized that there's a bigger picture, there's a bigger opportunity in terms of the community and society as large, where there's ICT gaps in the areas. So that resulted to have internet cafe. After internet cafe, we realized that people not coming in using the cafe, and then we started training them, where it became a school now for training.
How many training centers do you have currently?
We have 18 training centers in the Western Cape, 8 centers in the Eastern Cape, so in 26 centers in total. A center will have between 25 to 57 computers in a center.
Oh wow, that's a lot of computers.
A lot of computers.
How long have you guys been running?
It's been 9 years now.
9 years.
Yeah.
So how many students can you roughly?
We've trained so far about 15,000.
Oh wow.
Currently, only 6 months, we have 1,700 students that are coming every day to come and get the computer skill to us. Most important thing that I'm missing in is how do you scale ordinary people using technology so that they can embrace it, they use technologies. So things is what we see a gap, and what we see in Khayelitsha is the same thing that we see in Soweto, we see in Mlazi. Every township, every rural areas have a need, they are hungry to get this kind of a skill.
All right, so you're a teacher at one of this is actually your class we've co-opted. Tell me a little bit about the course that you teach.
What we do actually, basically, we take people who haven't even started to use a computer before, yeah? So we train them from the beginning of the computer, starting from the hardware, which is any part that they use to interact with computers, yeah? Then from there we use mouse drills. Mouse drills, it's whereby we teach them about how to use a mouse and all that, because one thing that you need to understand is that these guys, they are coming from different backgrounds. some of them don't even have an idea on how to use a computer. So that is why we start them from the beginning. Then from there we go to the introduction, whereby we introduce what is a computer, why do we use computers. Then from there we do what we call Windows 7. Then from there we do what we call Microsoft Office, and we also go deeper to do what we call a mail match. A mail match is something like whereby we teach you how to do, you can type one letter, but at the end it can be 5 letters, even though it was 1 letter.
Okay.
Then from there also we teach them about the layout, because the layout of Microsoft Word is not the same as the layout that we used to have. Then from there we go to Excel. Excel is a spreadsheet program, and when you go to Excel, lots of people, they tend to be scared because some of the people are not good in mathematics, you see. But when it comes to Excel, which we show you formulas, we show you shortcuts. Instead of adding 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, you can use what you call auto sum, or you can even use your keyboard. You can press Alt and equal, and you can get your answer within 2 seconds. So that's the power of Excel.
Okay.
Then
No,
from
cool, it's fine. I can see you're very passionate about
I want to teach you.
yeah. I think you're teaching me about all of this. And I'm thinking maybe I need to revisit Excel again, hey? so that's very, very awesome. Tell me just about the kinds of students. Have you had students who are afraid of the technology? And
honestly, we do, because we teach students with different age group, and you find out that there are those who are a bit older than other ones, and there are students that are afraid of using a computer, that have a mentality that in order for you to use a computer you must be rich or something. Yeah? So sometimes we do encounter those problems whereby you find out that these students is a fear when it comes to a computer, but it's all about patience. If you as a teacher, you are patient and you are able to guide the student on how to use this computer as time goes on, because what you understand that after 6 months, you won't believe that this student was the student that came to say, I know nothing about the computer, because this student now can go and surf on the internet. So it makes you as a teacher to be proud of what you are doing, because you are changing people's lives through technology.
okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great.
I think there are 4 things that we focus on. I think 1, we bring access closer to people that never had imagined that they would get access it. We empower them through giving this kind of access. They become like change people. We educate them. And then 4thly, we bring technology. From that way, it's a way that we make so much difference in the people that we train in our centers.
So I'm Mich Atagana. That has been On the Road, and tell us what you think in the comments.